Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 3rd. We're going to jump right in here. You have the birds and the mice. This is the gilded Lenormand that I'm using here. So this combination can represent like small concerns, small worries, mostly about money, and it kind of says that you need to let go of your lack mindset. You know, it kind of represents, that's what it kind of represents, is a lack mindset, or thinking that you're not going to be able to get enough to do the things you want to do in your life, or thinking that you're not making big enough moves as well. The mice, when you think about it, mice chew through walls very slowly, and so the mice can represent like slow progress. And sometimes when we want to accomplish something, I feel that we hope to make progress a lot sooner than we usually do. And the mice can sometimes say that you're hoping to make bigger progress, and you're worried that you're not going to be able to make big enough moves to accomplish clearly the star. The star can be a goal, wish, or dream, or something that you're trying to accomplish. So I feel like the progress has been slow. You do start with the King of Pentacles, which is you. Whenever you show up as yourself, kind of puts you in a position of power and strength and allows you to get what you want from the reading, so that's nice. The King of Pentacles is a card of resources. He's a card of wealth and wealth building, and so a lot of you probably could be making more progress than you are, or you're about to be making more progress than you think, which is good for sure. I also just think this is good for money in general. And, again, you can make money and still be worried about it. So, I don't think it's contradictory energy to have the first two cards in that King of Pentacles. You have the Four Swords. Four Swords is resting, relaxing, recovering. I feel like everybody needs resting, relaxing, recovering energy right now. We have a crap ton of energy going through Pisces over the next, few months, kind of. And so, there will be Venus is in Pisces. It's gonna go into Aries in like March or whatever. Then it's gonna retrograde in March and then it's gonna retrograde back into Pisces. And we have like all these planets like in the same area of the sky. And so I would say not even just this week, but until like the end of April, I would say that if you need a break, take a break. Still having Neptune there in Pisces, can be very mentally overstimulating. So I think we kind of need to take a break, especially if we're getting carried away mentally. I would take a break, and that's what I feel this card is saying. You have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups can represent a turnaround. Six of Cups is sometimes, let me put it this way, right? Six of Cups is your inner child. These two children are being protected inside these castle walls. And so sometimes I think the Six of Cups says we have to embrace our inner child, but in the sense that we have to remember why we're trying to do something. And you have the Star here. So the Star is usually like an important goal, wish, or dream. It is your North Star, something that you really want to accomplish in life. But I like I said, I get a weird message here on the Six of Cups. It's just saying to me that maybe you need to remember like why you're doing something. Sometimes I think we take things too seriously, like a job or a business, and then it becomes something, it turns into a monster because we start having to do things that we don't really enjoy any longer. Like a couple years ago now, or a few years, I don't remember. I got an office. Like everybody in my life at the time was like, you need an office, but like I didn't create this to have an office, right? I created this so I could be a Pisces and I could live in my Pisces cave and do things from home. So that's why I created it, right? And I got talked into doing something that I really didn't want to do, and I really didn't enjoy. I stopped enjoying what I was doing when I had the office. So I had to make the decision to leave. And again, that was like me having to realize that I have to listen to myself and like what's best for me. And again, I know that's not what the Six of Cups represents, but I read intuitively. So for all you card Nazis out there that want me to interpret to the word every single card, sorry, that's what I'm getting. So get over it, right? Let's see. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Five of Cups. Yeah, again, slow progress. Five of Cups is sadness and regrets. I really can't get away from the feeling of those first two cards that are saying that you just want, of course, you want to be making more progress than you are on something. I feel like there is going to be some sort of breakthrough here because the rest of the reading is pretty good. Yeah, with the Four of Swords, you have the Strength card, needing to save your strength, needing to grow your strength. And, the Strength card is something that we have to do every single day. I'm a big fan of starting small. And so if you're trying to accomplish something, everybody starts small. I think we feel stuck when we don't have momentum in life. And so really the best way to get unstuck is to start taking those tiny little steps towards accomplishing something. It's like once your brain, realizes that you're moving forward, then you start moving forward. So that's what I feel there. Start small. Stack those small wins. With the Six of Cups, you have the King of Wands. King of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really going for what you want. And, definitely with a star, the whole point of the star is we really have to make something our North Star. We have to make something our guiding light, whether it's a goal, achievement, success, improving our health, whatever it is. It's going to be different for all of you. And if we make it our North Star and we make it a point that everything we do points in that one direction, then it's almost impossible for us to not accomplish the star, whatever it is for you. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Crow spirit. It says, you'll soon receive news that will bring some blessed experiences into your life. There you go. You have this time is up. It says, no second chances, no revisiting. There's something better waiting. Yes, and definitely no second chances. You have the Knight of Swords here in your third row. My problem with the Knight of Swords is that he is running back to the past. I look at the Knight of Swords as almost like he gets to a certain point in a reading, and then he gets nervous or he gets scared or whatever, and then he goes back to something. So I know this is in your third row, and we'll talk more about it in a minute, but I definitely would say no running away from anything at this time here, Taurus. You have the Star, the Page of Wands, and the Three of Swords. Star can definitely represent healing. We do see good healing cards. You've been getting good healing cards with me for a few months now. I do feel there are several things that could have affected your health over the past, few years. So, it is what it is, right? And you could be going through healing. I also feel like you need a North Star. Like everything you do should point in one direction, right? And so I feel that if you are trying to pick a goal or something that you want to accomplish, it's almost like how can you pick a goal that you support? Or, how can you pick a goal where your actions support that goal? And that's what I would be thinking of with the Star card. You have the Page of Wands. Definitely could be some sort of new adventure or a new opportunity coming in for you. The Page of Wands is a card of enthusiasm. He moves towards something just because he's excited about it. And the funny thing about the Star is that the Star can kind of say that you are moving towards your inspiration. So very inspirational energy here. And I would definitely be moving or working on things in life that excite you more. And I would make sure, again, I really get this feeling with that Strength card there that you need to make sure that something hasn't become a monster. Like I said earlier, it's like, are you doing something or are you working on something where it's like grown out of control and you can't control it any longer, right? And before that happens, I think you need to make these changes. You have the Three of Swords. Three of Swords can be a separation, but I really feel plain and simple. This is saying that you can avoid a heartbreak in the future. I would be careful of going back to the past with this energy, especially a person. The Three of Swords says, do you really want to have a heartbreak again? And again, we have really bad X energy for the next few months. North Node in Pisces, Venus going retrograde. Even though, Venus is kind of like Jupiter, even when it goes retrograde, there are some things that we shouldn't be doing. Like we shouldn't be making changes to our appearance, things like that. But it's still considered positive, even when retrograde, kind of like Jupiter is. But, I would still say, I would be careful of X's. With the Star card, you have the Page of Cups. Could be, and again, there could be new love coming in for you here. Knight of Cups would be a knight in shining armor. Could be like a fire sign or a water sign, or it could be fire with water, water with fire. Take it how it resonates, but definitely could be new love. The Page of Cups is also your dream. Again, I think that what you are thinking, here's my problem with this Taurus reading here, Taurus, is that it's like you are here, and I think you are thinking that your goal is like way up there somewhere, right? Or it's like the journey, I think you are looking at it as too long. And right here with this Page of Wands and some of this other stuff that you're getting here. But the Page of Cups, he has this fish in the cup. And I always say he needs to grab onto that fish. That fish could be his dream or something he's imagining. He needs to bring it down to earth. With the Page of Wands, you have the Tower. I wouldn't even worry about the Tower because we have the Star right here, and the Star, it comes up after the Tower, and it represents healing from the Tower. I do feel this could be a surprise, though. I feel like there could be like a surprise love connection that comes in for you. I'm pretty sure I said this in your February reading, or at least maybe the February bonus reading. I was getting something similar, and so there could be like a surprise connection coming in. With the Three of Swords, you have the Lovers. Again, be careful of the past, but Lovers could be a new person that heals you. The thing with the Three of Swords is that we have to heal our heart with the Three of Swords. We have to remove those swords from our own heart, and if we do that, we will heal. So I feel it's definitely time for you to heal your heart. Next in the area, messages from your future self. You have this Imagine card and this Unfinished Symphony card. Another Dream card. That Imagine card, there's a girl. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a girl and she has a string tied around the moon, and she is bringing that moon down to earth. So I feel it, it kind of represents bringing a dream down to earth. The Unfinished Symphony card says there's still things you have to do to accomplish this dream. So I feel it's definitely a time where you could be trying to like manifest something, or you could even be finally completing something that you've been working on for a long time. You have the Four of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. Four of Cups is like past disappointments, and he has been disappointed at least 3 times in the past, and now he's getting a new offer, but he's not accepting that new offer because he's been disappointed a bunch of times in the past. And the trick with the Four of Cups, excuse me, is to realize that you have learned all the lessons you needed to learn, and now if you implement those lessons for a new situation, then you won't make the same mistakes. So again, there's nothing to be afraid of. I feel like this could be anything. Definitely could be a new love offer. Obviously, yes, I would be scared of an old love offer if I were you here based off of this reading. I would not go back to the past. You can do whatever you want. People always come at me for saying that. I'm like, do whatever you want. But then you will just join the list of the 1,000 people that have complained and then come back to me and said you were right. So I'm a Pisces. Everybody always tells me I'm right because I'm a Pisces, right? And so I don't need to hear it any longer, right? You're just going to make my head bigger than it already is. So, again, do what you want, but, also get in line, join the list. Knight of Cups, new love, could be a new connection coming in for you for sure. And, again, there could be some fear around this. The Knight of Cups is also attached to your dream because he needs to plant seeds in front of this water here. He's standing in the desert where nothing can grow, but there's water flowing in front of him. So, the whole entire reading, I wouldn't even worry about love. I would be more focused on whatever the Star card is, because the Star card is clearly something you want to accomplish. Another thing I will say about the Star is that there are these 7 other stars around it, and they represent the 7 stars of the Pleiades, but I kind of feel intuitively for you that those could be like distractions. Like there might be like little things that are distracting you right now, especially with the Mice card as your first card. And I feel that that's what you need to get rid of, is like the distractions. You have the Knight of Swords. Definitely don't turn around. Again, this doesn't even have to be going back to a love connection. That's what it looks like based off of the cards, but I'm reading for a lot of you, so it could be anything. And here we have the Two of Swords. And so we could argue that he has come up to the Two of Swords, and then he's decided to go back to the past. The thing about the Two of Swords is that, number one, it's coming up in the good stuff, so it's going to be good no matter what. But, the challenge, the reason he could be running away is because she is thinking this or that. She is thinking, I only have this opportunity or that opportunity, but really she has a third option behind her. And so the Two of Swords represents opening up to variety, opening up to different ways of doing things, or at least it can. And so I think for a lot of you, this is saying that, if you're trying to accomplish your dream, there might be things that you don't know or things that you're afraid of because you'd have to learn. And it basically says, don't run away, just learn. With the Four of Cups, you have the Chariot. Definitely a victory coming in for a lot of you. We see a lot of good victory winning energy here. I'm not saying this is going to be easy. Obviously, you're really having to take control of yourself with the Strength card. You're having to put the work in, but definitely could be a victory. This right here, the Tower and the Chariot, can represent a move. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Devil. Could be a Capricorn coming in for some of you. Again, I would be careful of an old person, but if this is a new person, then it could be a Capricorn. Could be Earth for sure. Like I said, I would definitely be careful of the past. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles says, is the juice worth the squeeze? So you have to analyze the work that you put into things and make sure that you're getting good results for the work that you do. And that's what the Seven of Pentacles kind of represents. It also represents a change in direction. And so a lot of you are clearly making big changes with the Chariot. The Chariot is leaving the city behind him and he's moving in a new direction. He could be accomplishing or looking to accomplish the same goal, by the way. So he might be leaving something behind to accomplish a goal because the environment isn't correct. He is leaving that city behind him because everything is the same. And it's kind of popping into my head that if you want to accomplish something big right now, which I think is what's going on with this reading, I feel very confused in this reading if you can't tell. I feel like it's all over the place. I don't know if it actually is, but one thing I will say, I think to simplify it for all of you, it's like you're here, you have this big ass goal over here that you want to accomplish, and I think you are looking. It's almost like you are looking at that as too far apart when it's actually not as far as you think. I feel there are some quick little things you could do to get a lot closer to your big-ass dream, Taurus's big-ass goal, right? That's what we should title this reading. But I think one of those things is your environment. With the Chariot, again, he is choosing to leave that city. He's leaving what is familiar, and he is in alignment, so the universe is going to bring him to his goal, because as above, so below, right here, stars up here, moon's right here. He is in perfect alignment with what he wants, and he realizes that he has to make some changes to get to his goal. And I think if you do that, you will accomplish things a lot faster. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Magic and Curse card and this Pregnancy and Fears card. Obviously, this is coming up in the good stuff, so there should be good things coming in for you. I feel like you could be pregnant with ideas, of course, and that would be a good thing. You have the Nine of Cups, the Temperance card, and the Two of Swords. Nine of Cups is about wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups is about being in alignment with what you want, and definitely with that Chariot card, I would make sure that you are getting into alignment with what you want. But I do feel like there could be a wish because you have the Star card. You have the Temperance card. Temperance is one of those cards where I like it, but sometimes I feel that the Temperance angel is trying to make things perfect when he could just get off on this path and get this crown. This is called the path to glory. And even though this is coming up in the good stuff, again, I can't help but feel that you are, in some ways, you are much closer to a goal than you think. I feel it feels very far away, but you're much closer than you think. So I feel this is saying, instead of trying to make things perfect, or instead of trying to, instead of like putting these conditions on yourself where you say, oh, I'll start trying to accomplish this goal when this happens, or when that happens, or whatever. I feel this is saying, like, go for it now. Again, you have this Time is Up card, which is saying, there's something better waiting, but like the time is now. You have the Two of Swords. Again, Two of Swords in the good stuff is good. Two of Swords in the good stuff would say you are finding other ways of doing things with this island behind you. Sometimes I feel that the Two of Swords I look at as a card of like finding middle ground, or kind of like a card of mediation, especially if you're dealing with issues with other people. But I don't really feel that. I kind of feel like maybe sometimes that you settle with yourself and you settle for less. And I'm a big, regardless of how you feel about the book, Think and Grow Rich. One thing that I took away from Think and Grow Rich, and there's a lot of evidence that book is mostly BS, right? But or the author at least is mostly BS. But what I would say is one thing that stood out to me about that book is that, to ask for things unapologetically. I hear it all the time where people say, like, I want $10 million, but I would settle for one. It's like, no, you want $10 million. That's it. So, the Two of Swords, I kind of look at as a card like that where it says, don't settle. Go for the thing you want. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is like a card of following your curiosity. A lot of people get the Page of Swords nowadays. I kind of feel it might be the Neptune and Pisces energy, because Neptune and Pisces can be very dreamy, very imaginative, very creative, but it can be one of those things where you have a dream, or something captures your attention intuitively, like an idea or a person or whatever, and that's what I would go for. Yes, with the Temperance card, you have the Star again. So wouldn't even worry about the Tower. Again, I think this could be a surprise, like new person coming in for you, but the Star, it's like, what are you waiting for? I feel you could easily go and accomplish whatever it is you want with that Star card. With the Two of Swords, you have the Justice card. Justice is about paying attention to cause and effect. And definitely with the Two of Swords, I would say that could be a good thing for you to do. The Justice card, is cause and effect, and we need to pay attention to what's working, what's not working, and double down on the good stuff. You have this Flowers card. It says happiness on it. Every single person I read for nowadays gets these cards of happiness. I think because we have to bring more happiness to the world, so that's what I would be doing here. You have this card that says you will be receiving a gift. Yes, could be a gift from the universe coming in for you here, Taurus, so that looks good. You have this chair filled that says someone new is entering your life. Yes, I think it's a surprise. Some of you might not even be looking for love. So, some of you might not even want love, but it's coming. So, there you go. It could be a surprise. You have this tankard card. It says celebration, fun, and enjoyment. Yes, I would be having as much fun as you possibly can. And, there is like a little bit of a serious energy in the reading. It's like maybe the whole goal thing or whatever, whatever the hell you want to do with your life. It's like maybe you're looking at it as something that's too big because you're taking it too seriously. And that's what I would be careful of. You have this kangaroo card. It says unsettled times need to plan ahead. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We're in a crazy time until like 2033. We're in a time of chaos based off the astrology. Now, I don't think that's scary. As scary, it shouldn't be as scary as it sounds. But we should just prepare. That's it. So this looks interesting here, Taurus. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me ramble. Really appreciate it, and definitely enjoy your week.